Hi Jane. It's good to see you again. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling okay. A little lonely, but I'm feeling all right.
So I know last time we our main focus was getting your medication straightened out as you were having some issues with the hallucinations and whatnot, and that was kind of where your head was at. You were struggling with focusing because of all the thoughts and voices in your head. So has that cleared up a good amount today?
For the most part, yeah, I still have those hallucinations. Sometimes it's just a couple of voices as opposed to like six or seven. So it has improved quite a bit. But those two voices that I do still hear, I'm still getting those thoughts of killing myself. So.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about what has led to the thoughts of killing yourself recently? I know that the last time we met, you were still having them, but they were mainly focused on because of the hallucinations. Do you have any different reasons as to why you're feeling suicidal today?
I would say the main reason why I feel like that is because I'm alone. I don't really have the support of my family. I don't have the support of my friends. I think a lot of that is rooted in the fact that when I do drink, because I do have a drinking problem, I can be a little angry. So I can see how my family and friends probably just don't want to deal with me. But I feel like I've made progress, but it's just not enough for them. So I'm kind of just out here by myself. And I just feel like no one wants me around.
So what so when you think of the reasons behind other than the alcoholism, like when you think about yourself, what are some of like the first words like that come to your mind that would you would use to like to describe yourself, or like a thought you have towards yourself that may be a reason you think your family wouldn't and friends would have nothing to do with you?
Um, Useless, worthless, can't do anything right. Um, those are really like the main three.
Okay. So would you say that when you're feeling super down and like when the uselessness and the worthless and the can't do anything right, is this when you begin to drink and have some of the self-harm behaviors? Is that what mainly influences the drinking binges?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Um, so on a scale of 0 to like 100%, how true do you believe the thought was at the time that you last drank?
I would put it at about a 95.
Okay. What support do you have to think these thoughts that they have nothing to do with you because you're useless or worthless? Like, have they said these things to you, or are these just ideas you've created in your head because of the way you feel like once you started drinking, or because that you struggle with the drinking?
I would say it's that paired with like their actions. Like if I call, they won't answer. If I'm in the same space as these people, it's just I'm kind of alone by myself, kind of secluded. Um, and if we do have interactions, they're very negative. And they're kind of rooted in everyone talking about my problem, and instead of giving me solutions to the problem, it's more of, you need to stop drinking because look what you're doing and this and that.
So it feels as when you're dealing with them as if like you're being attacked and as if they're not hearing like what you're saying, that they're just trying to preach at you or talk at you about the issue.
Yes.
Okay, so that would be some evidence that kind of supports your claim, but have they done anything to maybe prove that they actually do care? Has anyone in the past, I mean, I know maybe recently that, there has been issue with maybe contact, but in the past, has anyone tried reaching out like to help you get help or to show that, hey, like they care about you or that they worry about you or anything like that?
My mom sometimes she reaches out. My dad not so much. But she did used to reach out and, express her concerns. And I guess during the time I probably felt it like it was an attack. So I didn't really like receive the information.
Okay. That can be understandable. So in those situations, something that may be helpful is, I know those situations get heated very easily, and it's hard to when you're coming to somebody with a problem and if they're addressing one aspect of the problem rather than like the whole, like, your thought process may be, I'm coming to you because I feel lonely and I'm suicidal. And well, their idea of it is maybe, you know, if they're coming to you and saying things like, well, if you'd stop drinking and stuff like that, and it's easy to feel attacked. Do you think that there's anything that you could like try and tell yourself in those moments that could help you to like refrain from feeling attacked and maybe try to communicate further or ask them questions to get their side of it? Is there anything that comes to mind that like you think you could do to try and stop the anger or the feeling of being attacked like from within?
Um, I guess I could just tell myself that I'm getting the help that, I need. And while it's a slow process, I am making progression. So that definitely could probably be definitely a help.
Um, right. So if you tried this and they still weren't hearing you, what are like the worst things that you think could happen if that were the case, if they were to still continue to not hear like your side of the story, or you weren't able to control like your anger within towards it?
The worst thing that could probably happen is probably just no communication or interaction with my family or friends. And I think that would just push me more toward the suicidal thoughts because I'm gonna feel lonely and isolated again.
But okay, and so alternatively, what are some good things that could happen if you try this method of thinking and keep yourself from getting angry? And either like, because when we're angry and we're focused on one thing, we tend to shut out other, like the other parts of the story. So we only hear what we feel like is being said rather than the picture as a whole. So if you're able to kind of come down and stay focused and level headed, and not allow yourself to feel attacked and finish that conversation, what are some good things that might occur as a result of that?
Um, I think the lines of communication will probably be opened up a little bit more. Um, and telling myself these things, maybe I could, open up and let them know, like, hey, I know I have a problem, but I'm working on, progressing and getting that fixed. And I definitely would tell them that I would like to keep the lines of communication open because I don't have any support right now and that I would appreciate their support so I could possibly get that support back.
So the next thing would be we need to try and get rid of the negative thoughts, especially like if they're not answering the phone or something. You've called them once or twice at norm, between hours of 8 to 5, or nighttime, bedtime when you're really feeling bad. So what is something that you can say to yourself that will maybe reduce the feelings when they don't answer, the feelings if they don't care about me, they're not there for me? What is something that you can tell yourself that is rational to be an answer as to maybe why they're not answering the phone, to help you get out of those, they don't care about me, I'm worthless, I'm useless, no one cares?
I guess I could tell myself because I know everybody has their own independent lives. So I guess I could just tell myself, maybe they're busy right now. That doesn't really diminish the work that I've been doing. Um, and that maybe I should just, give them a chance to reach back out to me. And if not, I guess I'll have to find another line of support. So I guess just keeping different lines of support. So if like someone doesn't answer, I can call someone else.
So then the last part would be, how do you want to feel and like act in the situation? What do you need to say to yourself that would help bring that about? Like bring about that feeling, like to keep that feeling of what you just said, to that everybody has their independent life. So um do you want to feel like at ease? Do you want to feel like hopeful? Like what do you want to feel about the situation when they don't answer, or when they do answer?
I guess I would, hmm, I guess I would like to feel, I guess, loved when they don't answer, and that's kind of how I feel when they don't answer. Is I don't feel loved. Um, So yeah, I would just like to feel like I'm supported and loved. Um, and if they don't answer, I guess I have been looking up like YouTube videos for like positive affirmations, so that could possibly help. You know, when someone doesn't answer, at least I have someone in front of me kind of helping me, supporting me, something simple.
So, on a scale of 0 to 100, how faithful, like, do you think that, or like, rate your belief in the rational response that you just created to if they're not answering the phone? Like, how likely do you think that you'll, in that situation, you'll be able to remind yourself of that and be able to believe that and hold on until either they do answer until you can come, we can talk again?
On a scale of like 1 to 10,
0 to 100.
0 to 100, I'm sorry. I'm gonna give it like a 75. I'm definitely gonna try it out and keep pushing these next couple of weeks to try it. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 75 because I really do want the help and I really want to get better.
So I think that is a good place to start. And that is will be your homework for this week, or until our next session, is to, in those situations when you're feeling you need to reach out, and if somebody's not answering, to try and practice those feelings. And then next week we'll evaluate how that you felt, if you were able to keep up that rational thought, if you were able to believe it, and it was able to help you get through until either they didn't answer until we got to speak again. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay, I'll see you next week.
All right, thank you.